All right, a Chicago police officer killed and another severely wounded by a suspect who had been a convicted felon 7 times before. The Illinois law that eliminated cash bail allowed him to be out of prison on electronic monitoring, even though he had 4 pending felony cases. The head of Chicago's police union says the Safety Act puts officers directly in the line of fire.
One is enough. We keep talking about one is enough when we talk about a police-involved shooting. One is too many. What about one police officer being murdered? It's never too many. We are sacrificial lambs for the politicians in this city and state. It needs to stop. It just does.
John Catanzara joins us now. John, a lot of people who barely know this case look at the details, what we know so far, the facts, and say, why the heck was this person out on the street and able to carry out such a heinous crime?
Thanks for having me today. It's certainly got a lot of people's attention, not only locally, but nationally, because I know we're not the only city or state going through this. It's just a ultra-left kind of mindset that the criminals have the advantage. They get excused for everything under the sun. All they have to do is promise to be better.
We know that a second suspect has now been charged in the robbery prior to the murder of that Chicago police officer. Pictured here is the second suspect now in custody in connection to the chain of events that led up to the murder of that Chicago police officer, Jerome Tate, charged with 4 felonies for his alleged role in the April morning armed robbery of that Family Dollar store. So now, who's to blame? Okay, we look at all the, the leftist policies in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois, and many have identified those as dangerous for quite some time. But regardless, here's the governor of Illinois saying it's the judge's fault. Listen.
It's one of the great things about the Safety Act is we give the judges the ability to say, no, you're not going to get bail. You are going to stay in jail. It was right before the judge. Judge could have made the decision, didn't make the decision.
What the heck? Is it on the judge?
Well, he said we give the judges the ability. No, you have passed the responsibility onto the judges because politicians are too much of a coward to stand by the citizens on the street by keeping cash bail in place. So offenders like this never are able to see the light of day until they have their day in court and are found innocent or guilty. We are now expecting judges to be psychiatrists and dissect and diagnose a offender in front of them for 5 to 7 minutes at a court hearing and decide whether they are going to maintain them in custody or they're going to put them on electronic monitoring or some other supervising means. It's ridiculous to think that a judge can do that uniformly across the board.
All right, well,
it's intentional. They don't want to take responsibility, so they pass it on to the judges.
That's exactly what it looks like to all of us. That was the governor. Here's the mayor of the city of Chicago on the criminal justice system.
There are some real serious gaps and holes in our criminal system, our criminal justice system. I've said that from the very beginning. Many of you have quoted me. There's this over-reliance and addiction on jails and incarceration. It's just not, it's not satisfactory.
Holy cow. I mean, just as an additional detail here for people who have been or may just be starting to follow this story, that person with that lengthy rap sheet that was able to freely walk the streets and carry out this murder was put on the electronic monitoring system and was able to, as the judge allowed, to go out for 7 to 15 hours on some days so he could go to college. That was the decision that was made. So the Cook County State's attorney is saying the electronic monitoring system is broken. It does not work. It's not keeping people safe. Wait, hold on. This is a criminal. This is a criminal that was allowed to walk the streets. I'll get your final thought. Is anything going to change?
Well, the legislature is in Springfield for the rest of this month, so hopefully by the end of May we get some movement here. I know the state's attorney's been very vocal about this, and rightly so. Her predecessor was a major part of the problem, who started the wheels in motion with this offender specifically back in 2018, where he had 4 Class X felonies, the most severe ones you can have, and she went from a minimum 20-year-plus sentence to 8 months in a boot camp. That he literally would still be in prison for those charges if Kim Foxx had done her job. But that was in her early days and this was before the Safety Act even. I know the new state's attorney has championed legislation that Class X felonies would not qualify for electronic monitoring. I'm going farther. Any violent felony should never qualify for electronic monitoring. You should be held in custody or have to provide a cash bond set by the judge.
Seems like that would be a simple and obvious and common sense precedent for that.
One more crazy thing. The middle two felonies he was on electronic monitoring so long that by the time he had gotten arrested for the last two felonies prior to the shooting, that he was allowed to walk into the Illinois Department of Corrections, tap a wall, and walk right back out within the same day for 800 plus days of electronic monitoring, considered time served for those two felonies on a 4-year sentence. That also needs to go out the door, and the Department of Corrections did nothing. The parole officer, this offender had a warrant for 5 weeks. Where was his parole officer in looking for a wanted offender that are supposed to check in with the parole officers?
It's just sickening, and I'm sure a lot of people are really shocked to hear all of this. Appreciate you joining us today, John. Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Tell Mike Tobin walk over for a burger. He's only a block away.
Will do. One of our best reporters. Thank you so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.